Hello and welcome to my Premier League predictions for the 2021-22 season. This is always one of your guys' favourite videos of mine to make every year because it's always just ridiculous and my predictions are always definitely not accurate. But that's not the point. This is fun. Let's see how good my predictions can be for the new Premier League season. Who is going to win the league? Who is going to be relegated? And who is going to qualify for the Champions League? Let's go. So as you guys can see on the right hand side of this video is a Premier League table 1 to 20. Every time I mention a team and the place I think they'll finish in, their team will slot in to the table. Now that first team is a team that I think play beautiful football at times, and I do have questions of how that will translate to the new season, and it's going to be Brentford. Just going to throw it out there, I might get this prediction completely wrong on Brentford. I feel like they could be the kind of team to finish maybe 13th, maybe 14th, maybe a bit higher, but I feel like they might not transition as well to the Premier League, especially in defence. I'm going to go for them in 20th. They're brilliant to watch, definitely advise watching them. But will they be strong enough? I don't think so. They did sign the Norwegian defender Aja from Celtic for, I think, was it £13.5 million? So obviously they're looking to solidify their defence. But I don't know. I've got to go the bold start. I'm going for it with Brentford. Now moving on to the team in 19th. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't think I'd be putting them this low in the Premier League. But after seeing that really weird transfer window, I just don't think they'll have the best of season. They didn't really have a good season last season compared to, I think, the previous season. And it's Southampton. That might surprise you, but I'm going for it. I feel confident in that prediction. They've lost their best goal scorer in Danny Ings. They've brought in players, though, like, I guess, Brozier there from Chelsea on loan, Walcott, and a few more signings there. But I don't know, I feel like they have not been as good in the last few seasons, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do decline again in the upcoming season. Now moving on to a team that really did not want to put in this bottom three. Like, I always feel like Norwich are pretty, nice team. We've obviously scored loads of goals past them in the past with Luis Suarez, but they always seem to get promoted, then relegated, and the thing will happen again. That team is Norwich City. Now, they have got some good players brought into their club. I do like the player that is Cantwell, who is, I feel like he's a baller, to be honest. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a big transfer in the future. But I do also love the loan signing of the Chelsea player. Billy Gilmour was amazing in the Euros against England, guys. And to be honest, they've actually bought a lot of players in. They've bought a guy by the name of Christos Solis there from PAOK, Angus Gunn from Southampton, Rashica from Werder Bremen, Kenny Coker. Speaking of Southampton, by the way, forgot to mention, they've just lost Vestergaard as well. Good defender to Leicester. So again, they've lost a few players they could have done with keeping. But back to Norwich, they've got Ben Gibson from Burnley. They've got Pierre-Lys Malou from Nice. They've made some, hopefully for them, good signings. Josh Sargent there from Werder Bremen. So they're trying to do their best to stay in the league. I do think on this one, I'm not that confident with this prediction. They might actually survive this season, but I'm going for Norwich. I've got to make some big predictions here, guys. And here we are in the 18th position with Norwich. By the way, can't wait for all the likes and dislikes on this video, guys. I cannot wait until the top 4 as well. Now moving on to a team that I'm hoping again survives the Premier League season, because I love Ben Foster and his channel on YouTube. I love that GoPro camera. I think they'll be finishing in 17th position, guys, in the new Premier League season. I do think they'll survive. That is a risky prediction. I've seen quite a few of my friends predicting this, guys, and a lot of them have gotten Watford in the bottom 3. For me, though, I think they'll survive and get 17th. Watford have brought in Danny Rose, Imran Louaza from Nantes there, Ashley Fletcher from Middlesbrough. They've got Dennis there from Club Brugge. They've brought in a hell of a lot of players, and they've actually got rid of a lot of players there, guys, as well, including players like Jerome Sinclair. Is he the former Liverpool player? I think he is. Daniel Phillips there. You've got Dalberg to Doncaster. I mean, they've got, they seem to really balance the team well with their in and out of transfers in this transfer window, and I think maybe that could pay off. They also signed Josh King, who used to play for Bournemouth, right? So although he didn't do well at Everton, I wouldn't be surprised if King maybe does better at Watford. I think they'll stay up, guys. I really do. Moving on to a team now, guys, who've been in the Premier League for a long time now, and they just do not seem to get relegated. They are not going anywhere again for me this season. It's going to be Burnley and Sean Dyche's team at Turf Moor. For me, I think they'll finish 16th, guys, in the new Premier League season. Comment down below, by the way, so far, Leave a like if you agree or disagree with my current predictions. Comment so far. Am I right or am I wrong? By the way, for every single position I get correct spot on, we do get 3 points. I think if I predict a team that gets relegated, that can also be 3 points. If obviously a team wins the league, I get that spot on, that's 3 points. And I think we'll just go for that, to be honest. Maybe Champions League places, if I get that correct, 1 point as well. That's a bit of a, rule explanation, guys, on these predictions. Anyway, back to Burnley. What worries me about Burnley is that they only brought in Nathan Collins from Stoke and Wayne Hennessy as a goalkeeper from Crystal Palace. So they haven't really done a lot to bring players in. They've lost players like Robbie Brady. That guy was amazing to snipe in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. Really haven't done much in terms of the transfer window, but Sean Dyche always seems to find a way. Probably more so this season than another season, though. They might struggle to stay in the Premier League, but they always seem to find a way. I'm going to go with Burnley. Now moving on to a team, again, I'm just not confident with. It's Crystal Palace in 15th place in the new season. Can they do it? I think they can stay up again. Palace have brought in 4 players overall, but not really many players you think they might really need. In my opinion, they have also got rid of a lot of veterans from the team, man. They got rid of Andros Townsend. I think he's gone to, is it Everton now? Gary Cahill's left. Gary Cahill's left. Oh, wow. Has no one signed Gary Cahill, guys? Okay. Scott Dan's contract expired. Klein has gone. Hennessy's gone. Wow. So many players you think might be staying, but wow, they've gone. James McCarthy's gone. Sacco's gone. Van Aanholt's gone. Connor Wickham. Scott Dan. There are so many players who have gone from Crystal Palace, guys. My God. The lack of experience could really be telling for this new season for Palace, guys. I don't think they'll get off to a great start for me. But yeah, I've gone for Palace as my next team. They actually could be relegated this season looking at those transfers, but I'll stick with Palace, guys, at 15th. They'll probably prove me wrong. Now moving on to a team for the first time ever I've not predicted are going to get relegated. It is Brighton. I think they'll finish, guys, 14th in the new Premier League 21-22 season. They always find a way and they always prove me wrong. So the one time I'm predicting they're not going to get relegated, watch them get relegated now, guys, because that might happen. It actually might do. They brought in their 4 players and they've actually sold Ben White for 50 million. So maybe they can get, some very, shrewd signings with that amount of money. Obviously, that's a very good amount of money there to spend on the rest of the team. Maybe they'll do that. They also sold Davy Proper for an undisclosed fee, so maybe they can use some more money there. I reckon they've got like maybe 70 million made there from transfer profit there, from transfer fees, but they've got rid of like at least 10 players and only got in 4 players, so maybe they're looking to maybe balance the squad more with that sell-on fee there for Ben White. 50 million is a lot to spend even in this stage in 2021, but still I reckon that could be spread out well within the squad. Maybe they can make some nice cheap signings that go on to be even better players in the future. Maybe they can sell on those players. I mean, Brighton are a good club, man. They always seem to do well and still got a decent team. Wouldn't be surprised if they survive this current season. We now move on to a team that I've always said it, if there was a second team that I do like in the Premier League, obviously nothing comes close to mighty Liverpool, but Newcastle would be that team. So I've gone for Newcastle though in 13th. You guys who are Newcastle fans might not be a big fan of that, but they did really well the latter stage of last season with Steve Bruce. He even won the Manager of the Month award. And, if they keep on track with that late form last season, and maybe they can confirm the signing of Joe Willock. If he does confirm that signing, I believe they're having some issues with the personal terms for him to sign for Newcastle from Arsenal. But yeah, I think if he signs, that's obviously a great move for them. He did really well last season. Now, one thing I will say, Newcastle have currently not actually signed anyone. So with that being said, I'm now even more nervous for this season for Newcastle, but I've gone for it. Andy Carroll's gone, Saivate's gone there, Atsu's gone, that's Christian Atsu there, guys. They've got, a few players gone there and not anyone into their club. They always seem to do this. They don't really seem to sign many players in most summer transfer windows. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it feels like they don't sign many players, guys. Maybe that is Mike Ashley's fault. Obviously probably is, but Willock to Newcastle, that would be a really big bonus. That might be the riskiest prediction so far. Newcastle on 13th is a bold and risky prediction. Now moving on to a team that I think could get into the 12th position, A few years ago, I would have predicted them to finish maybe 8th, maybe even 6th in the league, but I've gone for Wolves at 12th. They have got a new manager. They've made some shrewd loan signings from Barcelona as well, but I feel like 12th is an okay prediction for them. Might be wrong, you know, when we do the reaction video to this, guys, later on in the season when it's finished, but I'm okay with Wolves in 12th. They brought in Jose Sarr from Olympiacos. They brought in Yerson Mosquera. They've also got in Molden from Man City on a free and Francisco Trincao. They have lost Rui Patricio, I forgot about that signing, to Roma. And they've also lost Diallo there, who's released. They've released quite a few players, to be fair, guys, have Wolves. So I don't know. I feel like there's not really a signing there that might be, you know, phenomenal for them, but they might have some players who they previously signed in previous years. Like, is it Fabio Silva, I believe they signed? They got Willian Jose, and maybe Jimenez might be returning soon. So maybe they've got players that might return and do very well. That is a very, maybe, I guess, decent prediction for them, but yeah, I think Wolves will finish 12th. Now moving on to a team that honestly, this could go either way. Last season was incredible for West Ham. They have lost though, guys. Jesse Lingard has not gone back to West Ham, interestingly. That is a major loss for them. And I feel like last season was an amazing season for them, so much so that I think they'll drop off. Whether they do, again, some of these predictions, man, I'm so not confident about, but here we go. Got to risk it. They have brought in Elembi from Chelsea. They've also got Thierry Neves there from Reading, Armstrong, Oko, Felix from Celtic, and Areola is an upgrade there, maybe to their goalkeeper position. They have got Fabianski, still a really good goalkeeper. But yeah, they've got a few, okay signings there, but I think they need more. They've sold Felipe Anderson on an undisclosed fee. They have lost Jesse Lingard back to Man United. I mean, if they did want to get Lingard, I mean, how much would they want to pay, guys? What do you reckon? Comment down below. Maybe like 40 million, maybe 30 million, not too sure. Will they do enough in the transfer window, though, guys, to upgrade their squad? It's yet to be seen. I'm going to go West Ham in 11th position. Now moving on to maybe a controversial prediction here, guys, but I'm going for it. Screw it. Everton in 10th position in the new Premier League season. Yeah, I'm really going for Everton, guys, in 10th. I felt a lot more confident predicting Everton to finish like top 6 last season with all those new signings. Was Allen, Rodriguez, Ancelotti the helm. And controversially, again, Rafa is obviously their new manager, which is mad to me. It's really strange, but, fair play to Rafa. Lovely guy. Met him a few times. He's sound. But will he do the job for Everton in terms of, getting a decent position for them? Maybe. We'll see. I think, arguably, with the signings that Everton made, guys, we'll show you now. Andros Townsend, Damari Gray for 1.6 million. That could be a bargain, That actually could be a good signing. They've let Theo Walker go to Southampton, guys. They've actually let go a lot of players. So they've been pretty ruthless. They've got rid of about 12 players in this current transfer window. Released a lot of players there. Begovic as well. They need more signings, that's what I'd say. They also need Rodriguez to really start off as he did last season. But can Everton get top 8? Yes, they can. Can they get top 6? Maybe. Can they start as well as last season? I don't think they will. But I'm going to go for 10th Everton, guys. I just don't think they've really got the squad depth to challenge even more like last season. Have they really recruited well? I would say probably not. But I'm going to go for 10th Everton. And of course, Everton fans are going to leave a big like on this video, guys. Thank you, Everton fans. I really appreciate that. Any Evertonian guys watching this video today? Now moving on to a team I originally had at 6th position, but then last minute I put a 9th. It's Leeds United. I do think they'll do better this season. I think they'll improve upon that finish on last season. I also think they've got one of the most talented managers in the league. To be honest, I will say I love watching Leeds play. I think they're great to watch. And I think if you're a Leeds fan, I think you'd want them to get top 10 at least. I think you'd be okay with them finishing 9th. They're still in the Premier League. They might improve upon their finish from last season. And I reckon Leeds fans might be okay with that. In a very competitive new season, that will be this season, guys. I mean, it's going to be a nuts season. I've gone for Leeds at 9th. I think they might not have enough brought in players to really challenge higher than that. But they still play great football. If you're a Leeds fan, would you take 9th? Leeds have signed Jack Harrison from Man City. Good player, that guy. Firpo from Barcelona, 30 million. Bate from Chelsea and Clayson there from Valerenga. So they've also got rid of, I believe, a few players who a lot of players. They've released a lot of players, guys. They finally got rid of Kiko Casilla, who I never rated Leeds. They have also let go their Pablo Hernandez. He's moved on after his contract did expire. So maybe they could get a few more signings there. Maybe Leeds fans might want a new striker to go alongside Bamford. They've still kept hold of Rafinha, which I'm surprised at, by the way. I think they have, haven't they? So yeah, really, you know, I'd say a decent transfer into there, guys, for Leeds. They've seen that they needed to upgrade some of their fullback positions there. And yeah, I think 9th for Leeds is not a bad prediction. Moving on. Now, this is a crazy one, but I've gone for Spurs in 8th. Reason being, if Harry Kane goes to City, then I do think they'll finish 8th. They still got quality players. Dele Alli could still be better. Heung-min Son has signed a new contract. There was a rumour they're going to be signing Lautaro Martinez. Hasn't happened yet. If they do sign him, they might finish like 5th because he's a real baller, that guy. But I think they're going to lose Harry Kane, guys. He doesn't want to be there. That is massive for them. I'm actually kind of confident with Spurs finishing 8th. That might be a meme in like 9 months time, but here we are, guys. They have improved their centre-back position, guys, getting in Christian Romero there for 47 million from Atalanta. Good signing, in my opinion. They've also got Brian Gill from Sevilla, 21.6 million, and they've actually given Sevilla there Eric Lamela. They've let go of the goalkeeper from Argentina. They have also let go of the Argentina centre-back to Villarreal at Foyth and Danny Rose. So a few players let go they've had for a long time, but Joe Hart's gone to Celtic as well. Will Spurs finish 8th? Comment down below. Now moving on to an interesting one. So Jack Grealish has left Aston Villa, which means for me, I still think they'll do well. 7th in the Premier League for Aston Villa. Bit of a bold prediction. I bet a lot of you guys might think they might finish 11th or 12th, but with £100 million in transfer fees to spend on their squad, I can't help but think they'll do a lot of good signings with that. They had obviously a really good season last season, guys, did Villa, with Grealish playing well. They did beat my team 7-2. I won't forget that for a long time. But I think they'll do well with that big transfer fee. I think they'll spread out the signings well. I'm confident with that. I actually am. And if you're an Aston Villa fan, you're probably thinking, man, who is this guy? I like this guy. I'm going to subscribe to this guy on YouTube. What a legend. Oh, God. Aston Villa have brought in Leon Bailey. I forgot they signed Buendia. And they got Ashley Young and Danny Ings. Of course I'm confident. Axel Tuanzebe is on loan to Villa, guys, as well. They have let go Tom Heaton to Man United. El Mohammadi as well, his contract expired. But got to be said, they've had a really, really good transfer window. Probably top 3 in the Premier League new season. I think that's a brilliant transfer window, guys, honestly. Wow. Now moving on to the 6th position, guys, and I've gone for Arsenal. I'm not that confident with this position, guys, because it's always a bit mad at the end of the season. But I've gone for Arsenal, as I think they had a very, very good end to last season. I think they'll probably carry on with a good start. Now, the only worry is for Arsenal is that really, signings-wise, you know, with players they've brought in. They have brought in Nuno Tavares from Benfica on an undisclosed fee. They've got in the guy there by the name of Lokonga from Anderlecht, 50 million. And they've obviously upgraded their defence with Ben White. I think he's a very good defender well, more so potential-wise to him. I think he had a great few seasons at Leeds. Not the best last season at Brighton, but I think he'll be a very good signing for them. Now, interestingly, guys, for Arsenal, Arteta has been absolutely ruthless and brutal. He has honestly let go, like, 16 players. Ceballos end of loan, Matt Ryan end of loan. They've got rid of David Luiz, I think expired his contract there. Guendouzi's gone on loan to Marseille. Saliba's gone back on loan to Marseille as well. They've really loaned out so many players and only brought in 3. They might be getting Ødegaard. I still think they won't get top 4. I think they'll get 6th, guys. I feel like that might be an okay prediction. Comment down below though, guys, where are Arsenal finishing in this new season? Now we move on to 5th position, and I'm going with Leicester City for 5th. Again, I think they'll have a good season here, guys. And if you're a Leicester fan, I think you take top 5. Obviously, you'd love to get Champions League. That's what you really want. I do think that they might just kind of fizzle out again at the end of the season like they always do, like last season. We finished somehow in, was it 3rd position, guys, when Leicester really should have got 3rd. They finished, I think, was it 5th or 6th in the end. And yeah, it's kind of crazy to see that. They have spent well, though. They got Patson Daka from Salzburg for 23 million. They also got Sumar there for 70 million. And also Bertrand, who's a decent left back, in my opinion, guys, even to this day at left back for Leicester. They have had Wes Morgan, obviously big loss them, retiring, former captain, I do believe. They have also, really annoyingly for them, lost Fofana, I do believe, for a few months after horrendous tackle I did see in pre-season, so big loss there. But I still think they've got enough squad depth. Vardy's still banging in the goals. I feel like Leicester might get 5th. This might be a silly prediction, but I'm gonna go Chelsea in 4th, because why not? And I've got to be risky with these predictions, guys. I'm going big or going home here, aren't I? My days. Lukaku, though, is a massive signing. Chelsea, realistically, they could absolutely, they really could win this Premier League season, the guys. They've got the manager. They just won the Champions League. I'd argue their squad is still getting better. But for some reason, I can't help but think that they'll finish 4th. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go for it, though, in 4th. There's not much reasoning, guys, behind this prediction, but I've got to go for it. And actually, with the new, I think it's the new rules in the game, they're being less harsh now for attackers for offsides. So maybe that could be good for, obviously, Lukaku and Werner to have some good link-up play. Mason Mount was a real baller. The more I talk, the more I'm talking myself out of this prediction. They really could win the league, but I'm going to go for 4th for Chelsea. Yeah. Moving on to an incredibly bold prediction, guys, and this is a crazy one. I am absolutely going for it. Man City in 3rd. Now, this is based on if they don't get Harry Kane, more so. But for some reason, I'm really going off my gut feeling here, guys. I feel like the signing of Grealish is amazing for City, and obviously a wonderful player. My worry is for them, how are they going to play Mahrez, Sterling, Ferran Torres, Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish, all in one team? The rotation must be insane. They might do incredible, though, in the Champions League with those kind of players, man. They really might do. But losing Aguero cannot be underestimated, guys. Incredible striker. One of obviously the best ever Premier League footballers ever. And will Jesus step up to the mark? I'm not sure. I think they still need a Harry Kane. Will De Bruyne be as consistent as he always is? Yeah, I think he will be. But again, I feel like without Harry Kane, will they do better than 3rd? They obviously can do. The manager they've got is incredible. Some of the best players in the world at City, guys, with De Bruyne. And obviously Ruben Dias was incredible for them last season, winning the league with 84 points. But I don't know. I'm going to go for 3rd, man. I'm really doing this. I'm going for 3rd. I can't wait to see this like ratio, guys, in this video today. Jesus. Now, in 2nd position, guys, this does decide the title for me. Will this be a terrible prediction overall? It could be. Will this be an incredible prediction that no one expected? It might be. I've gone for Manchester United in 2nd position. I've gone for it. They've obviously signed Jadon Sancho, who's going to be a wonderful signing for them to add that, amazing, really attack with Sancho, Rashford. Martial could be a much better player, by the way. I think you must agree, guys. If you're a Man United fan, do you agree with that statement? I think he could be much better as a player. Much more consistent, though, for sure. They've still got Cavani. They've improved their defense with the signing of Rafael Varane. But again, I just felt like they will finish 2nd. They finished 2nd last season, and I think they'll do the same again. I still think they could improve in some areas as well. Is Maguire the answered centre-back for you guys watching? If you're a United fan, Maguire and Varane, is that the title-winning centre-back pairing you guys think will win the title? I'm not so sure. Could be wrong, but we'll see. They haven't really lost many players, like notable players either, so that's obviously a good thing for United fans, but I think they'll finish 2nd, man. I just have a feeling that with that team, I still say it, I still don't think Solskjaer is a great manager. How many teams in the world, guys, will be looking to sign Solskjaer as a manager? When you really think about it, I can't imagine too many top clubs will. If they had a better manager, they probably could win the league, and they actually might do, annoyingly as hell that is, but I still think they need a better manager. That might shock you saying that. I know they finished 2nd, but they again did not win a big final in the Europa League. I've said it, I don't think he's a great manager, but I'm going for 2nd, guys, which obviously means for the first time ever, I am predicting that my team Liverpool, guys, are actually going to win the Premier League for the 2nd time ever. I've gone for it. Liverpool to win the Premier League in the 2021-22 season. I've got a crazy feeling that we are going to be more motivated than ever to show that we are ready to win another Premier League title. I really believe that. We've got Van Dijk back. We signed a great potential, future, hopefully, great centre-back in Konate. Joe Gomez is back. The defense is back. Obviously, really frustrating and unlucky to see Andrew Robertson get that injury the other day. But we got good backup. Tsimikas looks like a good player, man. Left back. Hopefully, Tsimikas can do the job there. We have lost Shaqiri, I believe, to Lyon, but obviously Mane coming back strong. Salah coming back strong. Bobby's had a good preseason. Minamino could be like a new signing. Hendo, Fabinho back. I'm hoping I'm completely right for this. Obviously, as a massive Liverpool fan as I am, guys, I'm hoping I am. I really do. I still think we need 1 or 2 more signings, but there's rumours of Renato Sanchez, guys, joining, which I think would be a good signing. Losing Wijnaldum is big. Can't underestimate that. That is a big loss. But for me, I just think we could be back to our best this season. After a terrible, well, mid-season, we absolutely just performed a miracle in getting 3rd. Cannot forget that Alisson's banging header. But I think Jota could be really, really brilliant this season. He seems like a big game player as well. I think we're going to win the league. Honestly, I really do. Whether that comes back to bite, it might do. But I'm actually going for it, guys. As Liverpool as the Premier League 2021-22 season champions. I think we're going to do it. Maybe. I think we're going to do it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed my new Premier League season predictions. Comment down below who is going to win the league. Who is going to lose who's going to get relegated, really? Who's going to qualify? In fact, guys, comment down below your predictions. I want to see some bold predictions, 1 to 20. I'll pin the best and craziest predictions, guys, in this video today. Have a special day. Leave a like and take care, guys. Enjoy my Premier League predictions.